As Jeff Siembieda works here hard at the Gildan, New Mexico Bowl, the executive director of the Gildan, New Mexico Bowl. How you doing?
Well, how are you?
We're doing great. Play-by-play for the Texas State game here on Saturday. Excited to get back in the booth and doing the game?
Yeah, I'm fired up about it. I really enjoy the play-by-play. I don't know that I miss the daily the aspect of daily TV news, but I think one of the things I really miss is play-by-play. So I'm excited. I think we got a great game to do, and it's nice that they asked me to do this. I'm pretty fired up to do it. Yeah.
You know, coming off the game last week where New Mexico falls by 3 points to Boise State, it's got to be a little bit more exciting to get into a game like that where this team could be 3-3 after this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of excitement, as you guys know, around here. Excitement we probably haven't felt, I don't know, 3-4 years. And I was saying, the Boise State game had a feeling of 25-0 at halftime. It was, almost here we go, to as they started to come back and what's going on here, to oh my goodness, this can happen, to disappointment. And the disappointment actually, I think, felt good. It was almost nice to be disappointed where you were in a position to be disappointed. And so the disappointment leads to excitement as to what could be, and the accelerated expectations, I think, of the fans around this program. And you bring in the homecoming aspect. It's a game that I think a lot of people feel is, while nobody's chalking up as a win, it is certainly a winnable game for both of these teams. And then you bring Dennis Franchione into the mix as far as him coming back. And there's a lot of, as I found out today on my show, a lot of very strong feelings both sides when it comes to Coach Fran. I'm excited. This should be a fun Saturday.
You go into this game. The fans are back. 28,000 versus 2 home games after 3 1-11 teams. Do you feel that vibe from the community again?
Yeah, I do. I felt it. It was very guarded optimism after the Southern game, which I think was fair. And I'm glad that people didn't overreact or go too far the other way after the Texas and Texas Tech game, because I think the first real measurement we got was the New Mexico State game. I think this particular game may be the truest measure of where the program really is and where the team is, more so than even the program. And are the fans back? They want to be. I think they want to be, and they see something to get excited about. And let's be real, it's October now. The last few years around here, October means it's basketball season. People are still talking football, which is good for Lobos and certainly for our business.
The Mountain West isn't as strong as it has been in the past. And they're looking at teams like the Lobos might play. Yeah, they have a Nevada or Fresno State. But there's a lot of winnable games on the schedule.
Well, I think the other teams are looking at it as well. And like Bob Davies said, everybody's probably scheduled circled the New Mexico game as a win. And I don't know that, if you're Colorado State, if you're Wyoming, if you're even, Hawaii, if you're UNLV, I don't know that you can schedule you circle anything as a win. And so they've become more competitive, which is great. Now, can you circle, guarantee a win? You can't. Can you look past anybody as this program? No, you can't. And that includes Texas State. It's more competitive. I think the non-conference part of the schedule was disappointing for a number of teams in this league, certainly. But now that you're getting into the meat of league play, I think there's very few games for anybody now, and that includes UNLV and New Mexico and Colorado State and Wyoming, that you go in to say we can't win. I think there's very few on those schedule for any of them. I think it's almost one of those where we can beat anybody, but anybody can beat us.
There was a sense of a little bit of enthusiasm hiring at Bob Davie, but there was the word I'm looking for.
Relief?
Not relief, but let's see how this guy does. He might not have been the first pick for Lobo fans as a coach. What is your assumption on what he's done already?
I think it's inarguable what he's done. You can't argue. He's had success in a lot of levels, and bottom line is on the field. And if they beat Texas State on Saturday, Lobos have equaled the last 3 years' win total in their first 6 games. So if you just look at the excitement, he's been successful in bringing people back, getting people excited, bringing a different feel to the football program. Look, losing stinks. And unfortunately, it's contagious, just like winning. And I think people just got tired of losing. And I don't know if he was the first choice of fans. He may have been the first choice of the hiring committee and Paul. I just don't think he was on fans' radar when it came down to the process. There was so much made of Mike Leach, and that was really, it was like Mike Leach or bust in a lot of respects. Well, you didn't get Mike Leach, and you didn't bust. So the jury's out, but I think he's done a great job so far.
Finally, what are you most excited about getting back in that stage of up in the booth with Cole McCamey, a successful Lobo quarterback as well.
Yeah, no, and Cole and I get along really well, and I like him. I just love the speed of the game, the action, and getting into a game. You go to a game as a fan, and you kind of watch it, and as sports fans, as football fans, we watch it, and I found myself sitting there last week. There was a third down play, and I said, look, they got an isolation on the top receiver, and I was with my girlfriend. Look, they're going up to that top receiver, and sure enough, she's like, how do you know that? Well, they had one-on-one coverage on the top, and that's where they're going. But to get into it at that level, and the speed of the game, the strategy of the game, and to be able to just make the calls, and you're not part of the game, but you're in the game, if that makes any sense. And so, I got into TV a long time ago to be in the television, not on television, and it's the same with this. I like being in the game a little bit, and I'm pretty fired up about it, and getting ready, and got the charts ready to go, and I'll do my homework, and hopefully give you something that you'll be proud of.
Finally, I forgot to ask you about this. You're doing it on ProView Networks. How about the development of ProView Networks over the years for the state of New Mexico?
Yeah, and I'm so proud of what Steve and JD and everybody over there have done. They're good friends of mine, and and I'm glad that they've given me the opportunity. They've given you guys the opportunity. They've given high school athletes the opportunity. What they've done with a vision is so unique, and I'm glad for them, because I know they've put a lot of effort and a lot of hours and a lot of hard work into growing this thing, and it'll be replicated probably all over the country. And people will take this model and try to mimic it. But I'm really, really proud of those guys, what they've done, and congratulations to get to the point where they wanted to be part of the community. They've done that. They wanted to become part of Lobo Athletics. They've been able to do that. Highlands, all the things that they're able to do. And I just hope more and more people continue to find it and support this, because what they've done is great. And if you watch the quality of the broadcast, they would continue to improve, and it's something that they should be proud of.